Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Always happy to find you here. I do upload on Thursdays and I upload on one day during the week, which is just kind of non-committal yet. I haven't decided on which day of the week that would be, but please subscribe, and when you do, you will receive notifications when you have your notification alert on as to when I've updated new content for your view. And of course, my pleasure, and it is my pleasure. So namaste to you. I am wanting to let me just make a little adjustment there. I think that's better. Hi. Want to do this talk on Kelly and Mark, live with Kelly and Mark, which started this week. Kelly Ripa has a new host who is her husband, Mark Consuelos, and he is replacing Ryan Seacrest, and Ryan replaced Michael Strahan some years ago. But at any rate, Kelly and Mark started this week, and it's been kind of a choppy start. I would even agree with that. They've been married for 30 years, and before that, they were actors on another show together. And just because we have a successful marriage doesn't mean that'll translate well, the chemistry by camera. So we know that. We know that. I hope it's successful. But it's not just as smooth as I expected it to be. So having said that, today they decided to read some letters that came in regarding feedback from viewers. And one, I believe it was actually the last letter for today, in which someone wrote in and addressed it to Mark, saying, Mark, what's your secret to staying married for almost 30 years? I believe they got married in 1996. So it's not quite 30 years, but it's almost there. What's your secret to staying married so long? I've been married 4 times, so please share your secret. And Mark's response was quick, very quick, like off the top of his head. And he said, well, you should have stopped at number 2. You should have stopped at number 2. Then Kelly chimed in, and she said, well, let me give a woman's perspective. How about a little introspection? Look at you as to why they are leaving you all the time. And I was like, oh, But then my channel speaks to that to some degree quite a bit. And that hold ourselves accountable for our interactions with other people. But Kelly didn't stop there. Kelly said, now the audience is laughing. Try some introspection, she said. Then she goes on to say, the calls are coming in from in the house. Speaking, your issue is in you. She went on to say something that I often say in my trainings, the problem you're searching for is not apparent. It's somewhere in the basement, meaning dig deeper. She said, the problem is in the basement. She said, the problem is in the house. The calls are coming from in the house. Try a little introspection. When she said that, it really did ignite me, because it's very true. No one ever sees it's them. And the thing that I often reference is, you can catch her or him, whichever it is, but this was a male caller. You can catch them, but you can't keep them. That too is a problem. That means it's you. I gave references before in the past, and I'll drop those links, a few of those links in my description box, where I said, here's Halle Berry, relationship turnover. Kim Kardashian, married how many times, relationship turnover. Jennifer Lopez, married so many times, living so many, relationship turnover. Elizabeth Taylor, married 8 times, relationship turnover. Why can't they keep it? It's not them. We have to recognize that it is the person, man, woman in the mirror. Look at you. If you keep having this, what I call attrition, love attrition, relationship turnover, are you flying off the handle so quick? You take things so personal. You misinterpret what a person is saying. What is it within ourselves, within you, within you? Like Kelly said, just try a little introspection. No one is perfect, but you can certainly improve. Married 4 times, even if you're married twice, and you're looking yet once again, and you have many options, but none that are right for you. It's not you. Many choices. And to be quite frank, this is me speaking. To be quite frank, I think most people are tired of the dating game. Another first date, get to know this person, asking the same questions, swiping left, swiping right, swiping left, all that they do. I've never dated that. I have never, knock on wood, I have never, so I did get on the dating site when it first came out a million years ago, and it just felt it felt like work. It just, I didn't like it. I easily meet people, not because of me, but because I like to talk to people. I can easily talk. I don't like all of this other stuff. That's just me talking. You connect with the person when you actually see. Whenever I met someone, I was out where they were at the same time, and it just like clicked, just like that. This is what I mean by that. But if you are so fine, so catchable, but not keepable, with them and then without them, again and again and again, it's not you, my love. It's not you, my love. Introspection. The calls are coming from in the house. The house is your whole essence: mind, body, soul, heart space, damage, toxicity. It's not you. It's not you. How many more good ones will you lose from your path, your pile? You got so many choices. You got so many options. And when this happens, we can easily mislook, overtake, overlook, misguided the right person by treating them the wrong way. All of this introspection, man in the mirror, woman in the mirror. Take a look at you as to why you have such love turnover. And you don't have the 30-year marriage that they have. And you're calling, asking advice and not realizing, could it be you? Could it be you? How many more times will you have another, and another, and it not be you, my love? Such a good person, such a loving person, such an ideal person, such a purposeful person for you can show up and you won't recognize it because you haven't taken enough introspection to point back to you. That's where the strength, I have these little stones sometimes that I have on my desk. This one says strength. This one says strength. And a lot of times, now speaking for men, I'm speaking to men, a lot of times we think strength is your power. I can pick up that. Strength is about harnessing yourself mentally, emotionally, soulfully, mindfully, strengthening, recognizing all of your weaknesses and strengthening them enough to empower you to harness in what the best thing for your life is in the first place, and that includes true love. This is why you don't have her. Now, that happens both ways, but I'm talking, when I use the word strength, men look at strength different ways. So when I say strength, I have to explain, I'm not talking about dun, 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 oh, dun, dun, dun. I'm not talking about that. Also, I have this that I also have on my desk. This is my desk, my office desk at home. Imagine, how does it look when you imagine yourself with that ideal person? What is your role in reciprocation to them? Do they feel invited in by you? Do they feel honored by you? Do they feel respected by you? That is my goal, to reflect that to my mate and him to me. I think I'm pretty darn good at it. Mhm, mhm, mhm. I think I'm pretty darn good at it. Let me tell you why I say that. I am not the cat's meow or the dog's bark. Trust and believe I know it. But when it comes to a mate, he comes first. He's a priority. I can say to him using my words what I want for him and can offer to him. I'm not afraid to verbalize that. I'm vulnerable with that. The problem is most men can't do that. They could hear that from you, but often because of their own history damage, like this dude with 4 wives and other people that's been married twice, shacked up twice, and so confused, they are unable to imagine such love for themselves. And like him, they lose it over and over again when it shows up. Because a real woman of strength won't tolerate mistreatment, disrespect, or dishonor. Not that they don't want you, it's that they know they deserve better because they offer it. Okay? So anybody that's like that caller, that's in the silence of your hurt ways because your own nutrition and you want to know how to keep a woman because of 4 times you've been married and a Kim Kardashian type and a Jennifer Lopez type and a Holly Berry type, you're fine and you got a lot to offer a person, but you can't keep a person. It's you. And I love you. Fix you. Do some introspection. Fix. Go down to the basement. The calls are coming from inside the house. Answer them. And I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye. Okay, bye. Bye.